Hello, class. What I'd like to do is go over the test review with you real quick so that you can have an idea of what the answers will be like tomorrow on the test. So this first section, all you're doing is reading the statement and writing the integer that represents it. So a temperature 18 degrees below zero is going to be negative 18 degrees. Number two, a gain of $42 is going to be, a gain is positive, $42, so it's positive 42. A 16-yard loss, which is going to be negative 16 yards. Okay. And $8 off of a football ticket is going to be negative $8. Okay, so in each of these, do not forget your labels. Okay, Roman numeral 2, find the absolute value. Remember, absolute value is just how far is the number from zero. We don't care about the direction it's going, just how far. So this first one says, how far is negative 32 from zero? So how far? 32. Next one, what's the absolute value of 48? 48. What's the absolute value of negative 39? 39. And absolute value problems are always going to be positive answers because distance is always positive. Roman numeral 3, tell the opposite of each integer. Number 8, negative 15. What's its opposite? Positive 15. Number 9, what's the opposite of 137? Negative 137. Roman numeral 4, compare, write less than, greater than, or equal to in the blanks or in those circles. So we're looking for which number is bigger. And we remember on a number line, the number farthest to the right will always be the biggest. So on number 10, the 45 is the greatest one. So negative 36 is less than 45. Number 11, negative 124 is greater than negative 137 because it's farthest to the right on a number line. Number 12, negative 121 is less than negative 84 because negative 84 is farther to the right on the number line. Roman numeral 5, put the integers in order from greatest to least. Please pay attention to the order in which I'm asking. So in this one, greatest to least. So on a number line, it's going to be right to left. So number 13 should be 18, negative 15, and negative 23. Number 14, negative 5, negative 16, negative 32, negative 108, and negative 115. And now to the real problems on the test, the operations. Okay, so this is where you got to remember a couple rules. For addition, we know it's going to be addition because there's a plus sign. So addition means we've got two things, signs alike add, signs different subtract. For subtracting, take the number with the greatest absolute value. So on number 15, negative 11, positive 21. My signs are different, so I'm going to subtract 21, take away 11, and you end up with positive 10. On number 16, you got 17 plus negative 19. Again, your signs are different, so we're going to subtract our numbers. 19 take away 17, we get 2, but the 19's got a greater absolute value, so it's going to be a negative 2. Okay, so subtraction. The rule that we have for subtraction is, is change, flip. Okay, now last year you did keep, change, flip. Now we're just doing change, flip. So we go straight to the subtraction, change it to addition, next number to its opposite, and go back to the addition rules. Negative 12 plus positive 18. Our signs are different, so we subtract. 18 take away 12 gives you 6. The 18 is farthest away, so it's a positive 6. Number 18. Okay, we've got another subtraction, so we go straight to the subtraction, change it to addition, next number to its opposite. So we now have positive 15 plus positive 24. So our signs are alike, so we add, and you end up with positive 39. Now for multiply and divide, we know that they are the same set of rules. And there's two steps. Step number 1, multiply or divide like normal. Step number 2, count your negative signs in the problem. If we have an odd number of negative signs, your answer is negative. If you have an even number of negative signs, your answer is positive. So number 19, step number 1, multiply. 9 times 4 is 36. How many negatives do you see? 1 negative. So my answer is negative 36. Negative 24 divided by negative 4. Well, we divide. 24 divided by 4 gives you 6. How many negatives do you see? 1, 2. So my answer is positive 6. And no, you don't have to have the positive sign. Number 21. negative 85 times negative 5. So this is one that you may need to actually go over to the side and multiply. So you get 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 8 is 40. 41, 42. Okay, so you end up with 425. And you've got 1 negative, 2 negatives. So my answer is positive. Okay, now we go back to the addition and subtraction rules, going all over them again. So 92 plus negative 43, we subtract, and you end up with 49. Number 23, you got negative 27 and negative 38. Our signs are alike, so you add, you get negative 65. Number 24, subtraction. So we see a subtraction, so I change subtraction to addition. Next to its opposite, you end up with negative 37 plus negative 37, which gives you negative 74. Okay, number 25, 13 times 5, or negative 13 times 5. So you come over and you go negative 13 times 5. So 15, 5, 6. You get a 65. I see 1 negative, so my answer is negative. Okay, 49, negative 49 times negative 3. So you do 49 times 3. Get 27, 12, 13, 14, 147. You got how many negatives? 2 negatives. So my answer is positive. Okay, now on number 27, you got several things going. So you got a plus, but then there's a minus. So we change subtraction to addition. We flip the next number to its opposite. Now you put like things together. So that means I've got a 14, I've got a 9, and I've got a 7. So you put all that together and you end up with 30. So 14 plus 9 is 23, plus 7 is 30, plus negative 8, which gives us positive 22. Signs are different, so you subtract. On number 28, I got a minus, so I'm going to change it. The 9 changes to a negative. Changes to a positive, sorry. Then I got another minus, so I change it, and the 13 turns negative. Now we put our like things together. You got 25 and 9, which go together to make 34. And then I'm going to subtract the 13 from that to get 21. And the 34 is farthest from 0, so that's why it's positive. Okay, so that's the operation. So now let's look at the application. On Friday, the low temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska was negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit. The high temperature was 25 degrees Fahrenheit. How much warmer was the high temperature than the low temperature? Now, I told you the other day that to do this kind of a problem, it's always high minus low, because I'm looking for the distance between 25 degrees and negative 9 degrees on a thermometer. So you take the high temperature and you subtract the low temperature from it. So since it's minus and negative, we're going to change that. So 25 plus 9 gives me 34, and then don't forget the degrees Fahrenheit. Number 30, par for a 9-hole golf course is 36. Sue was 5 under par for the first 5 holes, 3 over par for the next 2 holes, 1 under par for the last 2 holes. What was Jim's score? I didn't change it. This should be a Sue right here. Okay, so what is par? So what we do with this, we start with 36, and it says Sue was 5 under par for the first 5 holes, so that's plus negative 5. 3 over par for the next 2 holes, so that's plus 3. 1 under par for the last 2 holes. What was the score? So we just add it all together. So you get 36 and 3 gives you a 39. You got a negative 5 and a negative 1, which gives you a negative 6. You put that together, you get a 33. And this one should be 33 strokes. Okay. Number 31, a certain business made a profit of $325 one week. The next week it lost 5 times as much as it gained the week before. What were its losses that week? So in this one, we're going to take the 325, and this time it's a loss instead of a gain, and we did it 5 times as much. So we're now just going to multiply those together. So 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So it's going to be a loss of $1,625. Okay, number 32. Tom and Frida Slane's new car cost $37,268. After 5 years, the car will change in value, or will have a change in value of negative $6,250. What will be the average change in value of the car each year? So this is, you take the change in value, which is the negative $6,250, and we divide it by 5. So 5 goes into the 6 one time. Okay, bring down. 5 goes into the 12 2 times. You get 10. Subtract, bring down. 5 goes into the 25 5 times. Get 25. Bring down the 0. 5 goes into 0 0 times. So what's the average change? Negative $1,250. Last question. What are all the number sets negative 14 belongs to? Well, negative 14 is not a natural number, not natural, not whole. It starts as an integer. It's going to be irrational. And if it's any of those, it's also going to be real. Remember, irrational numbers are those that when you type it into the calculator, it goes on forever but doesn't ever repeat. So those are the answers to the test review. So I wish you the best of luck on your test tomorrow, and I'll talk to you later.